Welcome to Social Aloe Ministries, where we are committed to glorifying God while exposing the devil. What I'm going to say in this message may come across as being a bit harsh, but believe me, I understand. Some of you are in a dilemma where the Lord is calling you out of a situation. Maybe you grew up in a certain religion and you have come to learn about Christ. But in order to truly start serving Him, to truly start worshiping Him, it means stepping away from the familiar. In a sense, making enemies of loved ones. And you are reluctant to make that move. And when I say understand, after my calling, one of the things I had to do was what I call the Genesis 22 test. And that is to demonstrate a willingness. Actually, I had to give up something that I loved. Something I considered a promise from the Lord, similar to Abraham, to demonstrate that I loved God more than basically anything else on this earth. Yes, what you're going through is tough. To take the walk of faith, to leave the familiar behind, to possibly make enemies of loved ones by choosing Christ over them. And the message, it comes from Christ Himself and what He said in two places in the Bible. And I'll start off with Matthew 10, 32 through 39. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Very powerful words from the Lord. There are times, and I know the decision is tough, where when you know the Lord has called you to have fellowship with Him, in some cases to serve Him. There are times when you may have to walk out of the church that you've been going to for your entire life. Maybe it's not even a church. Maybe it's a synagogue, maybe it's a mosque, a temple, or whatever the case may be. You know if the Lord has called you, but you have to make the choice. You have to make the choice. And I know it's difficult. And there's more. In John 12, verses 37 through 43. But He had done so many miracles before them, yet they believed not on Him. That the saying of Isaiah, the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who hath believed our report? And to whom hath the arm of the Lord been revealed? Has the Lord revealed Himself to you? Therefore, they could not believe, because that Isaiah said again, He had blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. These things said Isaiah when he saw His glory and spake of Him. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on Him. But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess Him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue. And many of you are in that situation. The Lord has revealed himself to you. He is calling you out of the familiar. He may be calling you from your family, whether your biological family or your church family, or whatsoever that religious organization is. But he may be calling you out of that and to a relationship with him, a personal relationship with him. And there may be people standing in your way. Could be a minister, pastor, imam, prophet, priest, whatever title is. People may be standing in your way, but you have to make a choice, either them or Jesus. And I'll read verses 42 and continue 43. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him. But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue. For they loved the praise of men more than the praise of God. For they love the praise of men more than the praise of God. Please, especially if the Lord has revealed himself to you and you know who Jesus is, he's called you to him. In some cases, you may have answered, but you need to step to him. But there are going to be repercussions if you let it known that you love Christ. You have to make the choice. Do you love him, or do you want to be praised by those you're associated with? Are you going to choose Christ or others? Again, I know it's tough. In my own way, I've kind of been there. To give up something that was the desire of my heart because I loved God more. If you know the Lord's calling you, I hope this inspires you to answer. God loves you.